In the heart of Seattle, where the rain never seemed to stop, lived a 22-year-old named Riley. She was just another face in the crowd, scrolling through her phone on the bus every morning, heading to her barista job at a hip coffee shop downtown. But inside, Riley was a wreck. Her mind was like a broken record, replaying every mistake she'd ever made. Why did I drop out of college? She'd think, over and over, staring at her student loan app that showed $40,000 in debt. Everyone else is traveling the world or landing tech jobs, and I'm here steaming milk for minimum wage. Social media made it worse. Endless posts from high school friends with perfect lives, filtered smiles, and captions like "living my best life." Riley would lie in her tiny apartment at night, heart pounding, convinced she was a failure. What if I never get out of this? What if I'm alone forever? The thoughts spiraled, turning into full-blown panic attacks. She'd curl up under her blanket, tears streaming, feeling like the world was closing in. It started small, this depression. Back in high school, Riley was the optimistic one, dreaming of becoming an artist. But then her dad lost his job during the pandemic, and the family fell apart. Mom worked double shifts, Dad drank too much, and Riley became the strong one, holding it together. She moved out at 18, thinking the city would be her escape. Instead, it swallowed her. Rent ate half her paycheck, groceries the rest. Friends. They were ghosts, busy with their own hustles, replying to texts days later. Riley tried dating apps, but every swipe led to ghosting or shallow hookups that left her emptier. Am I even lovable? She'd whisper to her reflection, picking at her skin until it bled. Nights were the worst. She'd overthink every interaction. Did that customer think I was rude? Is my boss gonna fire me? What if I end up homeless? Sleep. Maybe 3 hours, if lucky. Mornings brought exhaustion, a fog that made everything feel pointless. She stopped drawing, her sketchbook gathering dust. Food tasted like nothing. She'd skip meals, then binge on cheap ramen, hating herself more. One rainy Tuesday, Riley hit rock bottom. She called in sick to work, unable to get out of bed. The walls felt like they were pressing in, her chest tight with that familiar ache. Why keep going? The thought screamed. She grabbed her phone, searching how to stop overthinking, but the articles felt fake. Just meditate. Yeah, right. Buried in the results was a podcast episode, Ancient Wisdom for Modern Messes. The host mentioned a Buddhist monk visiting from Tibet, speaking at a local community center. His name was Lama Tenzin, and he was known for helping young people lost in the chaos of American life. Riley laughed bitterly. A monk? In Seattle? Sounds like a scam. But something clicked. Desperation, maybe. She dragged herself there that evening, hoodie pulled low, rain soaking her sneakers. The center was a cozy spot in Capitol Hill, with soft lights and the smell of incense. About 20 people sat on cushions, mostly young, like her, with tired eyes and fidgety hands. Lama Tenzin entered, a short man in maroon robes, his face wrinkled but kind, eyes sparkling like he knew life secrets. He didn't preach, he just sat and smiled. Many of you come here because your minds are like wild monkeys, jumping from branch to branch, he said in accented English. Riley nodded silently. He talked about suffering, how it's universal, but we make it worse by clinging to thoughts. Then, he asked if anyone wanted to share. Hands stayed down, but Riley's heart raced. Before she knew it, her hand shot up. I can't stop thinking about everything wrong in my life, she blurted. Debt, loneliness, failures. It hurts so much I just want to disappear. Lama Tenzin nodded gently. Ah, yes. The mind creates chains. Let me tell you a story from the life of the Buddha. It might help you see. He leaned forward, voice soft like a lullaby. Long ago, in ancient India, there was a prince named Siddhartha. He lived in a palace, surrounded by luxury, gold, servants, beautiful gardens. But one day, he ventured out and saw the real world. An old man bent with age, a sick person writhing in pain, a dead body being carried away. And then, a wandering monk, calm amid the chaos. Siddhartha realized life was full of suffering, birth, aging, illness, death, loss. It shattered him. He left his palace, his wife, his child, everything, to find a way out of this pain. For years, he wandered, starving himself, meditating under trees, seeking answers from gurus. But nothing worked. He grew thin, weak, his mind still tormented. Riley leaned in, the room quiet. She saw herself in Siddhartha, running from pain, but making it worse. One night, the monk continued, Siddhartha sat under a Bodhi tree, vowing not to move until he understood suffering. Demons attacked his mind, doubts, fears, temptations. "You're worthless," they whispered. "Give up." But he stayed, watching his thoughts like clouds passing in the sky. He didn't fight them, he observed. And in that stillness, he awoke. He became the Buddha, the awakened one. He saw the Four Noble Truths. Suffering exists. It comes from attachment, clinging to things, people, ideas. There's a way to end it, the Eightfold Path, right view, right intention, right speech, and so on. It's like a roadmap out of the storm. Tears welled in Riley's eyes. Attachment? That's what she did, clinging to past regrets, future fears, the perfect life on Instagram. "But how?" she asked, voice cracking. "My pain feels so real." Lama Tenzin smiled. "It is real, but it's not you. Like the Buddha, sit with it. Breathe. Notice the thought, then let it go. Start small. When overthinking hits, say, 'This is just a thought.' Walk mindfully. Feel your feet on the ground." The Buddha didn't escape suffering. He transformed it. Riley left that night with a small booklet on meditation. At home, she tried. Sitting on her bed, eyes closed, thoughts flooded. "You're failing again." But she whispered, "Just a thought," like the monk said. It was hard. Tears came. Memories of her family struggles hit like waves. Dad's empty stares, Mom's exhausted sighs. The loneliness of scrolling alone. But slowly, the grip loosened. Days turned to weeks. She meditated 5 minutes a day, then 10. At work, when a rude customer snapped, she'd breathe. This moment. She deleted social media apps, started journaling truths, not filters. "I'm hurting, but I'm here." One evening, walking by the Puget Sound, rain misting her face, Riley felt it, a quiet inside. Not happiness, but peace. The overthinking faded, like echoes in a vast room. She called her mom, really talked for the first time in months. "I love you," she said, meaning it. Applied for art classes at community college, using small savings. Made a friend at a yoga meetup. Life wasn't perfect, bills still loomed, doubts crept back, but she had tools now. The Buddha's story became her anchor. Suffering is part of life, but you don't have to drown in it. Months later, Riley sat in the same center, sharing her story with new faces. "I was lost in pain," she said. "But a monk and an ancient tale showed me the way out is through, right here, right now." The young crowd nodded, eyes misty. In a world of hustle and heartbreak, her words hit home. Peace isn't a destination, it's a practice. And just like that, the chain broke, one breath at a time. If this story touched you, remember, you're not alone. Reach out, breathe, find your Bodhi tree. It could be a park bench or a quiet corner. The pain is real, but so is the path out. Keep going.